In this session, let's understand how to work with file system using Node.js. We'll see how to read contents of a file or write into a text file. For this particular session, I have created two files here, read.txt and write.txt, inside resources folder, inside the same project folder that we have. So what we'll do is we'll try to read the content from this read, and also we'll see how we can write some content into the write.txt file. Now, main part that we want to understand here is the callback function. In Node.js, we have a readily available module called as fs that we can use to work with files. Let's begin by adding that particular module. To add a module into the current script, all we need to do is just begin by creating a constant, say fs. You can call it anything. I'm calling it fs. And the main word here is require. So we'll say require, and then the name of the module is again fs. So now we can go ahead and start using the functions that are there inside the fs module. So fs.read file. This particular function has three arguments. One is what is the path of the file. So the path of the file, we can simply copy it from here. This is the path. Second parameter is the encoding. We have ASCII or UTF-8, UTF-16. In this case, I'm going to use the most basic, that is UTF-8 encoding. And third argument or third parameter for this function is very interesting, and that is the callback function. Now, this function will make this file reading process asynchronous. What I mean to say by that is, let's say we are reading a file which is so huge, it's gonna take 1 or 2 seconds for the script to read. Now, because JavaScript is single threaded, we don't want to block the thread until the reading is happening. We want to go ahead and run the rest of the program. So what we do here is we provide a callback function, and we say that go ahead and read the file until you get the contents. I'll go ahead and execute rest of the program. And once the file reading operation is complete, there will be two outputs, right? Either there will be an error in reading the file, or we'll get the content back, whatever is read. Now that will be part of my callback function here. There are two parameters, as I said. Either there will be an error, or there will be the data that is read from the file. Now in this case, I'm going to create an arrow function for callback. So it will be as simple as this. Two arguments for my function, error and data. If there is error, so in this case, I'm declaring and using the function right over here. We can do it somewhere else and just provide the callback. But over here, I'm simply creating an arrow function with the body right over here. So if there is error, then we can say console.error, error reading the file, and we can also provide the error over here, and we can return right at that point. Now if there is no error, then obviously we'll get the data. So for now, I'll simply log the data into the console. Very important, read file from this location with this encoding. Do not wait until the file is read. Go ahead and do rest of the things. Once file reading is complete, this function will be called, which will take care of either handling the error or passing the data. This is the asynchronous way of programming using callback function. Very, very interesting. Let's go ahead and run this program. So we are getting the contents that are there in the read file over here. We are reading the file. Similarly, we can write, say we have write file. The name of the file in this case is write, and in between the path of the file and the encoding, we have another parameter here, that is the content. What is the content that we want to write? So let's say I'm creating another constant, say content, is equal to JS is so easy. So this constant, I'm going to use it over here. It doesn't have to be constant. We can have a variable as well. So what we have here, fs.write file. This is the path of the file. This is the content, encoding, and an arrow function. Now in this case, we are not getting any data back, right? We are writing to the file, so we don't need that second parameter. So we can get rid of this, and if there is error, we can log something in the console. I'm saying console.error, writing the file. All right, let's go ahead and run the program again. And when we go here, we can see the content. Now we also see that existing content got overwritten. There was something already there in this file which got overwritten. How we can avoid that? We can append it. Instead of, let's say, overwrite, we can append it. So if you use append file, it will not overwrite the content, but it will append it. So we can see now it has added in the second line. Okay, very interesting example using callback function for file reading and writing operation. If you have any questions, let me know.